What's up everyone, this is FP Sticks coming at you with some more Rose Cup practice battles. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about Rhyperior and Rhydon and kind of their usefulness in this Rose Cup. Again, if you like this Rose Cup content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe because I know that these videos get, again, about like a third of the amount of views that the Go Battle League gets. So I'm currently running Rhyperior and mine has really bad PvP IVs. I think it even has like 15 attack, but there's just been such a shortage of Rhydons that Rhyhorns that I've been seeing in the wild. So I kind of just rolled with what I had for these battles. And these battles are against my friend Cobalt Wolverine. You can see our teams on the screen. But I'm running my Rhyperior with Mud Slap as the fast move, and then Surf and Superpower. And honestly, Surf and Superpower kind of serve very similar roles. I believe they're both the same amount of energy cost, but Superpower is kind of nice to have because you are going to hit double super effective on Probopass. And it's nice when you're in a neutral matchup where both moves would hit for neutral. It's nice as a little parting gift before you go down if you can throw a Superpower, because it is going to hit a little bit more than Surf is in the neutral matchup. But benefits of Rhyperior and Rhydon when they're running Mud Slap is that so many of the tanks and the poison types and the fire types that are not flying just get wrecked by that fast move alone. My Rhyperior is going to beat Steelix, it's going to beat Probopass, and looking at Cobalt Wolverine's team, it's going to have good matchups against the Alolan Marowak. Although, as you will see in this video, I think Bone Club still does a lot of damage to Rhyperior. It's going to be hitting you for super effective, at least not double super effective like when you're using Probopass. But Rhyperior is not very tanky, despite how large and insane it looks when you're using it on the screen. It's like so big you can hardly see your opponent's Pokemon sometimes. Kind of hilarious, but yeah, the Mud Slap damage is going to do really great against Drapion as well. And I believe he's running a Bite Drapion, which most people are running on their Drapion if they're using it in the Rose Cup because it shreds the ghosts really well. But it's also going to have a really favorable matchup against Haunter. You can just go straight fast moves. If you want to be extra safe, you can commit a shield to preserve a little bit more health and then keep all that stored energy and dump it into whatever is coming in. Now, Rhyperior and Rhydon are both kind of those tanks that beat the other tanks. So you're going to beat Steelix, you're going to beat Probopass, you're going to beat Alolan Graveler and Alolan Golem. Is anyone actually running those out there? I tried it once, and I wasn't the biggest fan. But now that Volt Switch got that huge buff, you could maybe potentially try it. I know in Jungle Cup, I think it was, I really liked Alolan Golem when I was running Rock Throw on it. But now with Volt Switch, you could go like Volt Switch, Wild Charge, and Stone Edge, or Rock Blast, whatever that other move it gets, and do some decent damage. But yeah, Rhyperior and Rhydon, both very similar functions. Which one should you choose if you are going to use either of them? Well, on Rhydon, I believe you also get access to Megahorn, and there's Stone Edge in there, but you also have access to Surf, so they have very similar stats, and they serve very similar purposes, so maybe if you have a Rhyhorn that is, really, like, its CP is too high or something, then you can just use it as a Rhydon instead of a Rhyperior, but up to you. One benefit of me having absolute atrocious PvP IVs on this one is that I should win all of the CMP ties against the mirror match or against Rhydon. So let's kind of commentate on what's going on here. My Rhydon or my Rhyperior just got wrecked by that Medicham. Again, that's not a favorable matchup. Since you are a tank, you're going to be losing to all the fighters and losing pretty hard. Against Blaziken, you're still going to inflict a lot of damage. But that is a very, it's a favorable scenario for Blaziken still just because of that counter damage. I really like Charizard in this Rose Cup. I love for its fire and flying typing that I can use it as kind of an anti-fighter as well because of that flying typing. Against Medicham, you can just go straight Blast Burn and comfortably win out that match. I believe this is the game where I lose with a shield remaining, possibly. I'm trying to put on a lot of shield pressure on this Drapion, throwing the Dragon Claws. I bring in my Wigglytuff. Now, because of Drapion's Poison and Dark typing, it's going to be taking neutral damage from Charm. And Charm is such a powerful move that it really does a lot of damage. Okay, he's got Wigglytuff in the back. I'm still up a shield. Don't know if I'm going to be able to hit this play rough. I am barely able to do it. Yeah, this might be the one where I lose with a shield. Or it's going to be very close. Yeah, out comes the Drapion. It bites me down, and then I don't have enough health or energy to get to this Dragon Claw, unfortunately. Little bit of lag here, but the bite damage from Drapion should be enough to take me out. Yeah, bite Drapion is insane. You almost never draw shields, though, because you're most likely running Fell Stinger and Aqua Tail. So that is one of the downsides, but like you just saw there, I fainted and I still had a shield remaining. So, okay, in this scenario, I thought that I could just go straight Dragon Claw and take this matchup. But it looks like the Haunter is able to beat me to the second Shadow Punch. And so I actually end up going to lose this matchup in the one shield scenario. I need to look at these simulations again. Man, with Go Battle League and Rose Cup like taking place at the same time, there's so many matchups and move countings that are in my head right now. I get confused very easily. But me and Katie will be at the Portland Mega Tournament this weekend, and we're very excited for it. I still feel like I'm a little bit under practice, but hopefully everyone else feels like they're a little bit under practice too because of all the Go Battle League hype. Gonna be honest, I'm getting a little bit tired of Go Battle League. It's just it's so unfortunate when you lose that lead scenario and then it's just hard counter after hard counter after hard counter. But I'm glad that it is in the game. It seems to be a little bit less laggy now that Niantic did whatever they did during their maintenance. But I still really love the Sylph Cups. That's my favorite thing. So, Rhyperior against Wigglytuff, not super great. Because I don't have the Steel subtyping, I'm Ground and Rock, I don't resist the fairy damage. Oh man, the Garbage Man is going to town out there again. If you hear loud clanging outside, sorry about that. But now in this zero shield scenario, his Medicham is going to be able to land a Dynamic Punch. Oh boy. If this is another Dynamic Punch, it's going to take me out. It's only an Ice Punch. I have barely a little sliver of health, and I'm not able to take that match. Good games. Let's see. Going with Rhyperior, Wigglytuff, and Charizard in this one. So I have two things in the back that'll give me some resistance against the Medicham. So my Rhyperior against Haunter here. I don't think a Shadow Punch would KO me. So honestly, you don't need to commit a shield here. But I do, because I just wanted to preserve health. Which in hindsight is kind of stupid, because I'm anticipating a Medicham coming in here and just totally farming me down now. Yep, there's the Medicham. I'm at least able to throw some neutral damage here with Surf and Mud Slap. Whereas if I were Probopass, this would be a total farmable matchup for Medicham. Alright, so Steelix as an anti-charmer is really not that great because you have to land an Earthquake and a Crunch to take out this Wigglytuff. It's pretty insane. He does land the Earthquake. No matter what it was, I wasn't going to shield it. And the Charm damage, even though it's resisted on Steelix, still really adds up. And the Dragon Tail damage, because I'm immune to Dragon type attacks because of my Fairy typing, just does absolutely nothing. The Dragon Tails just really don't do anything. So he did land the Earthquake and the Crunch. He's able to take out my Wigglytuff. Totally fine by me. I know he still has the Medicham in the back, so I'm going to bring out Rhyperior. And I am going to throw this Surf because I did not want to get hit by another Crunch. Now I'm anticipating the Medicham coming back out, so I immediately switch into Charizard. Medicham is his last Pokemon, so this should be an easy, good game for me. I can just go straight Dragon Claw here, put on a lot of shield pressure. He even goes for Dynamic Punch there in the beginning, which when shields are up, you should pretty much just go straight Ice Punch. Honestly, you should pretty much just go straight Ice Punch anyways, because it's going to be hitting neutral, whereas Dynamic Punch is going to be hitting resisted. So if you're stuck in that matchup, go straight Ice Punch. Maybe he didn't have Ice Punch. Maybe he's running Power Up Punch, Dynamic Punch, or Dynamic Punch and Psychic. Who knows? But Ice Punch is the way to go there. Going for a Rhyperior lead, and again, if you look at his team, it's got a lot of favorable matchups. 4 out of the 6 of his Pokemon are going to be weak to Rhyperior, so I catch a good lead here. I'm also not resisting the Dragon Tail damage because I don't have Steel subtyping. I'm just going to go straight for the Surf here because Superpower is going to drastically lower my attack and my defense, so I don't want to throw that when shields are up. I anticipated him shielding that. Now I kind of make a slow switch into Wigglytuff. And as you'll see, I think here, if you let that Medicham get too much energy, it lands the Dynamic Punch, and then I think it even takes me out with the Ice Punch. Yeah, I'm in Ice Punch range. And so I do commit a shield here just purely to maintain switch advantage. I know it's not very optimal, because of how little health and how little energy I still have, but the switch advantage was very important to me in that scenario. Out comes Alolan Marowak. It's going to be able to farm me down before I can get off a move. I know he still has his Steelix, so I'm going to bring out my Rhyperior because my Charizard can handle Steelix just fine. Going straight for the Surf here. Superpower would be resisted, so this is going to hit for a good amount of damage. He's going to have to shield it up. But I'm anticipating he's going to be able to get to 2 Bone Clubs before I can get to another Surf. Let's see. Oh, he makes the switch into Steelix. This is even better for me because now I can just commit to fast move farming down the Steelix. And then I know I will win the CMP tie against the Alolan Marowak in the back, and I can go straight Blast Burn, and it should do a huge chunk of damage to that Alolan Marowak. So I have the perfect amount of energy to throw a Blast Burn. That's still a pretty healthy Alolan Marowak, though. Oh, boy. Land the Blast Burn. Oh, I think he actually takes this game. Yep, because then he farms me down, and he's going to be able to throw a Bone Club. Very good games there, Cobalt Wolverine. If you guys like this Rose Cup footage, again, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to be on my friends list and support the channel and train with me, head on over to my Patreon. The link will be down in the description. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will be in Portland this weekend, so stay tuned for that big tournament video. I am freaking nervous, but we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching.